Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you'll see I've got the new Crankbrothers Mallet Trail shoes. Tried them on yesterday for the first time. Been thinking about going clipless for a while now. And I've finally done it. I've got Kurt's mallet pedals on the bike, which I tested out yesterday. Really enjoying them, so I thought I'd do a bit of an unboxing. Even though I've already used them before, I'll be honest. It's not the first time, but let's have a look. Right, okay. So the Crankbrothers Mallet shoes. They're absolutely stunning. One good thing about this that Adam told me, basically they come with the cleats, which are quite expensive, so that's quite good that they actually come with them. So it's pretty fantastic. Now one thing I did notice as soon as I put these shoes on, obviously laces can get in the way sometimes. There's a little pocket for them to go under, and I can tell you because I tried them on yesterday, they slot under there perfectly, just so they're not fouling and then potentially coming undone and annoying you throughout a ride. That is such a good feature. I cannot tell you how much time that will save, because the 510s that I've got, even when I doubled the laces, sometimes they'd still end up coming undone, flapping about, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. They actually feel, when you put them on, like a pair of slippers, which is great. They've got really thick grip, if you can see that there, which is good for me because I'll be doing hiker bikes with them as well. From the initial feel of the rubber, it feels a little bit of a softer compound than what the 510s do, which I think they might get torn up a bit quicker on the mountains, but I might be wrong. That's just my first initial impressions, but there's certainly plenty of thickness of grip there to give me plenty of hiker bikes on the mountains as well. So yeah, fantastic. Let's compare the weight compared to the 510s, even though they've got cleats in and stuff. It'd be interesting to see. So it's a fair test. I've put a pedal on just to zero out the weight, just so it's getting an accurate measurement. So we've got the 510s coming in at 417 grams per shoe. Let's see if the other 510 is exactly the same. $418 grams, 19 grams. Strange. Never mind. Anyway, so 417, 418 grams. Off initial impression, I feel like it might be slightly heavier. I don't know. Yeah, 484 grams, so slightly heavier. So 66 grams heavier. Although you can barely tell the difference. They just feel almost identical. You can barely tell. So these pedals are 230 grams. The mallets, they're like 190, I believe. So the offset in the pedal is kind of balanced out with the actual shoe. So overall weight is very, very similar. So that's good. Do look rather sweet, don't they? Do you know what would look good? Some tan wall tyres to go with the sole of them. Get some tan wall tyres. Looks sweet. Right, now, let's try them on. The actual shoe itself, I think, has got a slightly smaller opening for your foot to go in than the 510, off first impressions. Absolute tuck the laces under the collar. That is fantastic. What a feature. There we go. Those laces are not coming out of there, I don't think. I'll report if they do. So they're on. I'm going to go for a local ride and let you know how they feel. Excellent. Clip in. Fairly easy to clip in as well. There we go. Yes, I'm going to practice my first descent on the Workington shore. It's called the Slag Banks. Nice little practice ascent and descent I used when I first started. So first climb on the new clips. Quite steep this little bit. Great view over to Scotland there. Dumfries in Galloway. Right, I've done this last steep climb in flats in 4th gear, so I'm going to try it in 5th gear for the top. It's quite steep. Want to go to 4th gear now? Stick with it. There we go. Power transfer does feel very good, must admit. Really good. Out of breath now, doing that really steep bit in 5th gear, but good test. Never shown you here on YouTube before. Fantastic views. Scotland over there, Workington Harbour, little dredging boat or fishing boat there, St Bees down there, Whitehaven just to the left, and all the Lake District mountains in full glory. So what we'll do, we'll go left to right. Got Bincy there, then you've got Skiddaw right at the back there, Sale, Lingmel. See that little valley there, that's Winlatter to the left. And we've got Grisdale Pike, Hopegill Head, Grassmore, Red Pike just off to the right somewhere, and then you've got Pillar, Scarfell Pike at the back right there. Oh, you'll notice I've got a new bottle holder as well with tools there. Yeah, look, I've damaged all the decals from the old bottle cage because it was not a side loader. I had to like sort of mesh it in, it was horrendous. But yeah, that's slips in nicely now with the little tools under there. Excellent. You can understand why this is a lovely practice descent, can't you? Absolutely stunning. And this is where it all started. Last July, this was the first bit I did before going to Winlatter. My fastest speed down here is 50 kilometers an hour. So let's see if I can beat it. That was mint. You just know you're not coming off the pedals. But it is a fairly bumpy descent, that, and when it's wet at the bottom of that first bit it can be a little bit sketchy. What a view. Anyone from Workington, this is a great bit, great little run out. Swing back through towards the river now. Smell that sea air, that's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous here. Well, let's go over how that felt then. So fantastic.
yeah, literally I was pedalling going down over the bumpy bits, whereas I'd be just on the pedals at that point, getting in the right position on flats. So I know I'm not coming off, whereas there I was able to push a bit longer. I'm not sure on the speed I hit because the wind was coming at me, so the wind can make a massive difference on that descent. But in terms of confidence on that descent, let's say 10 is the absolute maximum, which is what I just felt there. I'd probably say the flat I was a 7, 10 being my new reference point, which was just then. So yeah, nice little first go on the clips before I take them to wind ladder. Clip off fairly easy as well. Morning. I've got my own pedals coming today, so thank you, Kurt, buddy. You know Kurt, he's on the channel. And so yeah, I'm pleased I've done it. Oh, unclip nice and easy. I have noticed, depending on which side of, because there's an egg beater which you're clipping in and out of, depending on which point you're at, it can feel slightly different unclipping in and unclipping out, but you're talking marginal. Morning. Morning.
Morning.
How you doing? You alright? Good, good. Lovely little harbour area here, all the boats. And you've got, I don't really know what they do over there. It's like the port and that. There's a lot of big gas silos, well, silos, whatever they are. I need to probably learn about that. It's just a lovely little spot for a ride. 6 kilometres it is in total from where I live, but spot on. Absolutely spot on. Nice descent with those epic sea views over to Scotland. And then you've got this picturesque ride back into town with the Lake District just basking you in the immense glory from behind. Fantastic. People in the boats now ready to go out. See, the tide's quite low because the water comes up quite high. A lot of the boats get stuck down here when the tide's low. Yeah. Morning. Right, I'm getting back into town now, so you don't want to see all the houses, so I'll see you back in the garage. Well, so first impressions then on going clipless, absolutely fantastic. Still not fully confident on the unclipping yet, like if I was in a tight, twisty section, but I can unclip really easily. It's just that your brain getting used to if you maybe have a little moment or something, so yeah, that'll just come. But the actual power transfer was a massive difference. I went up that climb there in 5th gear. Like I used to struggle with that in 1st gear last year. I've done it in 4th gear in flat, so I thought let's go for 5. Can't say I couldn't have done it in 5, do you know what I mean? But it just goes to show the power, and acceleration as well felt a lot better because I could push and pull at the same time. It just takes the edge, that little pull off the push down. So yeah, really good. And going down the descent, I was able to put power down over the bumps as well, rather than just settling into my flats, which I would have done at that point. So yeah, quite a few positives there already. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that my first experience. Well, not my first experience, I've done it 15 years ago. A long time ago. They were Shimano's, totally different a long time later. So new recent experience, shall we say. Fantastic, really good. Can't wait for my pedals to come now, and then I'm away. Fantastic, excellent. So hope you like that. Let us know in the comments what you ride. I might still continue to use both as my Daichi T-Max and the flats still. So yeah, excellent. Have a great day. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.